Never had that. Now we're at the take the glasses off to see.
Are we ready? I
We are.
want to make an early motion to expedite this meeting. I don't feel good.
You don't sound good either.
It's not contagious because she's had it for a
She
week and
got
I'm
it,
not
yes.
sick, so.
Make a motion
You don't want
to
to-
begin the meeting
Oh,
at
gosh.
6:33.
I was gonna request somebody else to read the minutes because I'm also pretty froggy.
And me too.
I can't read.
Wow, we're a mess today.
I volunteered
Told me.
Jennifer.
I have big words like
I and the. Oh, did you call the meeting to order?
Yes.
Okay. So, this is the minutes from last week's meeting, and it was adjourned at 7:43 PM. Minutes were recorded by Ellie Keck, and all three board members were present. And looks like there was no town people here.
Remember?
I'll probably.
So- Opening it, you were. Oh, there. Police Department, Paul McGann, Todd Craighead, and Citizens Ray Nickley and Brooke Showalter. We opened issues with the 2026 budget and the town website, updates and new business, the clerk, 2026 public budget meeting advertised for this date with the regular monthly meetings. Furnace filters were not ordered since the unit was serviced. Ellie via Officer Thompson is looking into reusable filters. Snow removal bids will be advertised. Duplicate rental refund check found. Michael will reach out to the renters. Community town website is still not working. McCann and team are still working to create a new one. Michael will resend proofs to Ellie for welcome sign via email. Duplicate refund check for CB rental discussed with Michael. Ellie asked if board and PD will still pursuing a lawyer for the town. McCann does not feel it is needed for the PD. Board agreed, was an agenda of a previous chief, and they are not continuing to pursue it at this time. Jennifer suggested she should continue working on updating the ordinances. McCann advised we may be able to post updated ordinances online through an alternative location to the town website. Discussion about how to handle abandoned properties was discussed. McCann suggested contacting the Henry County Health Department. Citizens raised concerns about an alley by her house, or citizen raised concern. She asked if the alley could be closed. Michael advised that the town no longer closes alleys. If the alley is to be closed, the citizen would have to pursue it with her neighbors and in the county and the county at her cost. McCann advised alley cannot be closed. It would impede the access to any emergency vehicles. Jason would like to find bicycles to donate to local children. Gently used or new bikes would be acceptable. McCann advised he may be able to get donation of new bikes. Ellie advised donation from Kennard Crusaders could be supplied also. Discussion was held about advertising to determine needs and handing out bikes at the Halloween event. A moment of silence was held for Reserve Officer Cooley, who recently passed away. Stats for previous month: 849 total hours, 22 dispatch runs, 163 stops, 117 warnings and 47 tickets, 1 arrest, and 229 business checks. The Halloween event, the police department is working with local businesses to coordinate an event to be held on October 31st. Chief thanked town for donation to Officer Cooley's GoFundMe account. Chief requested permission for a memorial tree to be planted with Officer Cooley's ashes in remembrance of his dedication to the town. Board agreed to this action. Police Department August bank statement provided to CT, Clerk Treasurer. Chief still needs to add Clerk Treasurer to PD bank account.
And I also handed Ellie design proofs in person rather than email, which I can still email them if you want.
Which some did come out through email.
That was
For the town.
from someone else.
Oh, okay.
Those were mine.
So, I was thinking, maybe we could do the one from the other place for the physical sign, because it would be, the whole actual thing. And maybe we could refresh the one out here with one of your designs.
I was going to donate the one for out here already, because the signboard should still be usable. It just needs straightened up
Right.
and new vinyl laid on top of it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Because I would barely be able to swing 2 of the one that place was doing. But I can definitely swing one, and I'd rather do that and then be able to have some money left over for some nice landscaping around it too as well.
What was the pricing on those?
I remember it was about 1,200.
Per sign?
1,200.
Yeah, approximately.
Yeah, those would be, the largest one there is 6 foot, or, 5 foot wide, would be in the $800 range.
That would be just the vinyl.
No,
No.
that's the sign frame, everything.
Oh, okay. Well,
You can throw those out there, you can post those if you want, but that's,
okay.
the smaller signs would be a little bit cheaper, but that's where we would be. Those were just some general
That's
ideas.
pretty.
Are you talking about replacing that with the one here in the entrance?
No, these would be entry signs in the
Oh, it's
town.
the end.
So I want to put like a new out
Instead
by
of
the
just-
cemetery.
Metal stuff that they've got.
And then I was saying we could, the one here at the end of the drive for me, we could, just refresh it since we've already got the actual sign. And also the other thing, is I just can't decide, like, there's really no good place coming in that way. Plus, we've got the big Greensboro Farm sign out there anyways.
Wait, the grass is so high at that one.
Yeah, and
And this, coming in this way, I mean, it would be nice, but we kind of got the buildings and I don't know. The cemetery just seems like a really logical place. I talked to Dakota. He said he was fine with it and he was going to double check and make sure there wasn't nobody else we needed to check with. And I'm kind of hoping that, since somebody mows the cemetery that, they'll, if I make it easy, they'll mow around it and it'll stay looking nice.
Yeah, because he had told me, it's Jason Manning, that he only has to weed eat once a month.
And any place else, if you're like on private property, then, I feel like that's gonna be on us more to make sure it's maintained and everything.
Mhm.
We have a hard enough time doing that, So that's what I'm thinking right now.
It's just the bank statements for this month.
You
Yeah,
also have to think that it could be, if a sign's put on private property, if they ever sell that property, the next owner may be like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
well, and that's how they are now, the two on the north and the south end of town on the metal poles.
yeah. I
But
don't think,
But when you go drilling for 4x4 post or 6x6 post or whatever into someone's property, that becomes the issue that you're talking about. So, it's to where we were able to do one at the cemetery, and then if we can just rework this one, then that may work out better that way.
Really have much. I've got several bikes. I've got about a dozen bikes. And I gotta start working on them. Most of them they're in good condition. The biggest problem is flat tires.
I stopped by your house and asked Austin, I said, do you know which ones is which? And he's like, no, you're gonna have to wait until Mom gets back.
Yeah,
And
so,
then you turned around and left the country.
oh yeah, and the way that went with me is, oh yeah, Jason stopped by, he'll be back. Okay. And it's getting late and I'm like, well, I thought Jason was gonna come back by, and he's like, oh, well, maybe I was supposed to tell you to call him. And then, yes, I was out of,
I told him, I said, Austin, when you come down, just grab my truck, go down. Whichever one she wants me to do anything with, just throw them in the bed of my truck and drive my truck back. Oh, okay. And he's been to my house more than once since then.
I will say, the guy does have a lot going on.
He does.
But he's a little scatterbrained too. I can't imagine where he gets it from.
Yeah, he's a good kid. He's got a pretty good one.
Yeah, so anyways, I gotta start tinkering with those and see if they just need aired up or if they need tubes. Oh, yeah, and if anybody tried to contact me over the last week, I apologize, because when I went out of town for vacation, I dropped my phone in the pool, so I have no phone. McGann was evidently trying to get a hold of me.
Accidentally.
Well, there may or may not have been substances involved of the liquid nature.
And may or may
You
not
probably
have been
shouldn't say that.
in a dead zone when we left town.
I'm 21 free. So the paper's in there, but they got several checks for insurance claim.
yeah.
And I already gave the checks to McGann, deposited, and then just re-gave them to him. Because I saw him the other day up here and he said he wasn't gonna be at the meeting, so. I tried to order those furnace filters, those reusable furnace filters. I did order them, but Amazon never sent them. So I may have to look for a different source on those. I got a couple of other things, a new dust mop head and some more of those holders and stuff. There's paper to sign for the budget. If you guys want to go over any of that, just let me know.
Is that all that you had?
I think so.
The only new business I have is I'd like to make a motion for trick or treat hours. I was thinking 6:30 to 8:30 is what we normally did on Halloween, since we're not doing the town event. It's going to be more of, I guess, a trunk or treat type thing with the community. So,
Say 6:30 to 8:30.
yeah.
And is that gonna be down here
Well,
or at the church?
I'm not,
I know Chris had mentioned something about people could park over there around his
Yeah.
place too, so I'm
and I
not,
think that's what Paul had mentioned at the last board meeting was that some of the police officers could be at the community building, and then any resident that wants to have candy can either, have their porch light on like we used to always do, or
Mhm.
they could possibly either go to the Freedom Center or the barber shop.
So what are we gonna post?
Yeah, I'd like
On
to
the
get that
Greensboro
nailed
Gallery,
down
yeah.
on what the decision is. Because it's been a couple of weeks, but last time I stopped in the barber shop, Chris was asking me, and I'm like, I don't know, I thought you and them were working it
Yeah,
out.
well, he just kind of mentioned to me that he thought about it, and I said,
Well, and then he said, well, my wife was talking to him, she may know what's going on.
All right, so I guess we need to get with him. I don't know. I think if the police officers want to do that, and we can just make a post that trick or treat hours are 6:30 to 8:30, and if you're handing out candy, leave your porch light on.
Or you can join,
Because I mean,
Yeah,
if they're
the-
walking around town and your porch light's on, they're still gonna be walking by like the church and, the
Yeah.
barber shop.
But- the last few years, there's not been very many houses with lights on. I mean, we've had our light on last year, and nobody came.
Yeah, we've ran into the same thing. However, there are more kids in town this
Yeah.
year.
That is true, yes.
So maybe if we post it and get it out there, that'll,
If we're gonna invite people to do a trunk or treat, there's not a whole lot
Yeah.
of room at the barber shop.
I don't necessarily, I will retract that and just,
Just leave it to,
yeah.
Because I know the fire department will also be passing out candy.
but if I'm gonna hand out, I mean, I guess I can just hand out bikes from my house. I don't have a problem with that. I mean, somebody wants to come down, it was your idea, you're welcome to come to my house.
We
If
can
you
do it
wanna
here.
Do the bikes here,
Guess
have them
we
come
could
to
do
the
that.
community center.
And how are you gonna do that? The first kids that show up, or are you gonna draw name? I mean, what are you gonna,
I'm open to suggestions.
do you have to be a Greensboro resident?
I think
You
so.
know.
I think that way you don't get somebody just coming into town to get a free
Right.
bicycle.
Yeah.
Because it was more for the kids in town.
Do you think I should have them sign up, draw numbers, or names, or?
Have it
Might
at
not
a
be a
certain
bad
time, or like at 8:30 when it ends, or, I don't know. What day is even it on, Friday or Saturday?
Friday.
So, I mean, they could be up late, or out late, but
Or you can just put on there, sign up to get a free bicycle or win a free bicycle or whatever. And, just put that you must live in the town of Greensboro. And, see how many kids just sign up.
That's not a bad idea. And then,
yeah, we have tickets, don't we?
We should have somewhere.
And if I have to, because I've got some rounded up, I just haven't got them yet. And then I seen the parking lot you had, and I thought, well, I guess I don't need to find any more bicycles.
How many bikes did you say you got?
I think I've got 11 or 12.
How many kids do you think in town are gonna want a bike?
I don't
There's,
know.
I know of about 4 that
4 or
run
5
around.
or 15, yeah.
Yeah, that run around together, and they all share a bicycle.
Yeah.
So, and they've
I
been
get
taking
what you're
old
saying.
bicycles and stuff and trying to fix them up, and they ride them, just tear them up and try to put
Right,
them back together.
yeah.
Like Mount Lawn,
Yeah.
all over again.
But
Yeah.
if you limit it to just Greensboro kids, you're gonna have a surplus of bikes on your hands.
Well, I'm not too worried about that because I could turn around and they could give them out in Kennard
Right,
Right.
or
That's true.
resell them or redonate them.
but we would know what kids, basically, right? I mean, we
Pretty
would
much.
be able to know what,
Yeah,
just put out like any kids in town in need of a bike, then they could come and pick one up by a certain day. That way you're not holding them, and
forever,
then you
yeah.
can pass it on to Crusaders at that point, or in Kenner.
Yeah, and if they can't pick them up Friday night, we'll set it up where they can pick them up Saturday.
Yeah, like,
You can draw tickets.
Because they may not be able to ride them home because it'll be dark.
right,
Yeah.
but
you know,
And the parents, I mean, do the parents have to agree?
Yeah, they really should have
Yeah.
a parent with them.
Well, I mean, most kids, I mean, how many kids are on the Greensboro web or the Facebook page?
True.
You
Right.
know what I'm
That's gonna be
saying?
their
They're gonna
parents.
see that.
Yeah.
It'll be their parents that may see it. And we could just be like, you know, does it have to be Halloween? Like, contact me this week,
Yeah.
you know, between this date
Yeah.
to set up a pickup or pick
Yeah, and
out.
you could say, send me a message, or if you want to register your child or whatever, and then you'll draw names out. And then you'll, on trick or treat night, you'll have the winners list, and they can come and,
and it's
Pick it up.
probably, you're probably going to have to, hopefully, end up with a few more bikes than we need anyway.
So I guess I just put out a message saying, you know, parents, contact me if you want a free used bike for your kids. We'll start handing them out on Halloween.
Why do we have to wait till Halloween?
Give me time to fix them up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just
That's the
saying,
main
like, that's
reason.
like 3 weeks. I mean, it's starting to get cooler and if they can enjoy
Is
them
it
for.
just tires is what they need, or?
Pretty much. There might be one or two that might need the brakes tinkered with, or I think I tried not to get any that had gears just because I didn't want to have to mess with
Brakes,
those.
who needs brakes?
Yeah,
As long as you got
We
shoes.
don't need to, though.
that's why the parents have to be with them.
Sign a waiver.
Yeah, I want to take them and like grease the bearings and do all that kind of stuff, because they've got a seat hole in the bottom of those. We can just turn it upside down, turn the bike upside down, and you fill it full of grease, you know, in the spindle and stuff like that. Just trying to just go through, you know, make sure the chains aren't
Right.
ready to break, that
I
kind of
won't-
stuff.
Volunteer him, but I will mention it to John. He used to work in bike shops.
Oh, okay.
I will mention it to him, back in his college days. So-
You won't volunteer him?
No, I don't volunteer him nothing. No.
Okay, so parents contact me.
yeah, or you can say, get a hold of me on the Gabber or something.
I can put my phone number out for them. And, or I guess I could just tell them to show up, starting at this time, first come,
Come,
first
first
serve. But I will
That
put,
might be the easiest way.
I think it would be.
Yeah,
The parents have to come with the kids, and, I mean, we can't, I'm just gonna say, please, you know, we want these for kids that actually need them.
Right,
And then if there's more left over, then, you know, maybe
Yeah.
we'll give out the rest, but really looking for kids who don't have anything.
right. So maybe you should emphasize that if you don't have a bicycle,
Right.
if your child doesn't have a bicycle.
How many of the little ones did you have? You had a couple, didn't you?
Yeah, a couple. I tried to get a variety, so I've got all the way from a couple little ones to a couple of bigger ones.
Because I know there's a bigger kid that, you know, I know he doesn't have a bicycle. And he's way bigger than a 20-inch bike.
So maybe you need to find 3 toddlers, 6 whatever,
Well,
20-inch.
Because I thought about just volunteering Misty's bicycle too.
if we don't have what somebody needs, maybe we can then go on the hunt for it.
Yeah.
It really wasn't hard to find them. I tell you, this is a good time of year with all the garage sales and stuff, you know. And people were very generous when I told them it was for charity. They gave them to me for nothing or next to nothing. I mean, I don't have $100 in all 12 of those bikes, so.
Wow. Okay, so to final, people can have their porch light on,
Yeah, I think so. That's my,
or they can join here at the community building at the police department. Or fire station, I guess.
Todd, was you guys planning on doing any candy?
they're gonna have some officers who are gonna be out, they're gonna have candy to hand out. I don't know if they was planning on being at like a barber shop or down here, but there's a group of them that's gonna be out that night, so.
Okay,
Probably more room.
Yeah, the way I understood was that you guys were gonna kind of be up more up there.
Right.
And I didn't know if it was, anybody had determined where. And then,
Oh, I thought when he talked, it was gonna be here.
I'm not saying.
And their police cars with their trucks.
No, because he said he didn't want to.
Yeah, but we wouldn't do that,
Oh.
everything, but
Maybe one person here and the rest of them out and about
Out and about.
that's
somewhere.
kind of what I was
Just in
thinking.
case we end up with a lot of kids.
Like on the
in
street
town.
corner?
Yeah,
Did you
Well,
say the fire
you
department's gonna hand
stop
out candy to you?
Doesn't the church normally,
Yes.
don't they?
yeah, that's at the Freedom
I
Center.
mean, we could put an officer there, we could put an officer
Yeah,
at
there-
the
there'll be a few of them out,
because I'm
so-
sure, yeah,
we'll just space them out, so.
and some of them will be here just for the free candy.
Yeah, and if we're gonna have the bikes here, then we probably do need a couple.
That's what I was gonna say.
Officers
If I'm
here.
gonna do that down here, then I may as well try to
There's gonna be at
put a
least 5
little
or 6
something
officers.
together.
Yeah.
for that.
We'll have plenty to spread them out.
Yeah.
And that way you've got, people are seeing the officers and getting them.
Seeing
Meet
it
the
out
other
and
ones.
about too, like.
Have you checked the little box to see if anybody put snow bids in there?
I checked it, I think Friday.
Okay.
Yeah, it was
Nobody's
Friday.
contacted me. I guess I'll put the call out again, see if we get a hit.
Is the guy that did it last year still here in town?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have thought he would have turned one in already.
That's what I
With Austin,
Yeah. So he was very reasonable.
he did a good job.
Yeah.
Maybe reach out and ask him if he's the one to continue it. Maybe he didn't see the post or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could be too, because I didn't
Yeah.
see it come
I may
across.
send him a message and then also repost it.
I'm gonna text him right now.
'Cause I know Manning, he had said they were like way too busy to do it. They were kind of glad they didn't get the contract last year.
I don't know, the guy that does the post office. I don't think he's part of, because that's the bad thing about doing everything on Facebook. Not everybody's on there, but I don't know how else you would do it, but, I mean, I know he goes around and does some stuff. I can mention it to him when I see him. He's usually there on a Sunday or a Monday, which with the fall, he's not gonna be there very often.
I don't know how else to put information out other than other
Yeah,
social medias and I just,
Message boards.
yeah, I'm not on all of them.
Message boards.
Yeah, we need more letters if we're gonna do that.
Yeah, I mean, we could put it out on there.
to
And,
do what, put away.
yeah,
Yeah, that's why I had to put 1600 was because I didn't have for 4 PM.
How many-
Didn't have enough E's. That's why it says welcome. I mean, it doesn't have E's, there's no E there because I didn't have any more. Yeah.
Okay.
that's
I
up
think
to
we
you
got
guys
that
if you want to invest in more letters. They're not cheap.
I know. What did you get for
Marker and
the?
saran wrap or?
I don't.
I actually did that. I forget what it was. I think it was an F to make a E and F or, and I like taped over the E or I scraped it off or something.
I can't remember. I want to say it's a couple $100 or something,
Yeah,
but
they're pretty salty. I
for a
wouldn't mind
kid.
checking into a double-sided LED message board.
Yes, yeah. That's one reason why I didn't want to go ahead with signs too, because I'd really love to have something like that down
Are
here.
your neighbors across
But
the
that's
way gonna
pretty
complain
expensive.
about the message board lighting up all night?
Yeah. Or maybe it only lights up when a car goes by.
That you can't set them up to do that.
Oh, dang.
You can also select the brightness levels.
Yeah, yeah.
I got
It's
I think it would be too bad since it's not going to be
It's
facing
facing-
a house.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just thinking like our dentists, they
Yeah.
had a fit, their neighbors had a fit when they got LED signs.
Work through that.
I've looked
I mean,
at
honestly, I
stuff
probably
like
would
that
too.
and
If it faced my
it's
house,
so
I would
expensive
expensive.
to have like a nice monument wood made. Of course, there's other alternatives, but
Let me reach out to this company that I deal with. It's called Think Signs.
heck yeah.
Do you have any new business, Jennifer?
I want to talk about Cooley's thing, or do we need to do that afterwards?
I don't think.
What you wanna know?
Well, I didn't know if we were gonna decorate, like put some fall decorations in here, or, if there's gonna be like because at most funerals, they have the board or the screen, that closed
They've
pictures.
got a little memorial collage, they're gonna put some pictures in and stuff like that. Other than that, I don't know of anything else that they're gonna put together.
McGann told me his barbecue company was gonna
Mhm.
cater it.
Yeah, and then he also spoke with Chris at the Bobber Shop on Saturday, and Chris is gonna do some pizzas as well
Yeah. he
for
mentioned
people
that.
like me that can't eat pork.
And they're gonna be putting out an announcement on our Facebook page about times for people that aren't in the law enforcement community, so they kind of got an idea of what time to be.
So Henry County might come out.
Maybe, yeah, Chief put out a message to all the other agencies, so.
Nice.
Do you have anything else?
Oh, yes, I have a flag. It's made out of wood.
Mhm.
I didn't know if that would be something, to bring down here for,
For his.
to display, yeah.
I don't see anything wrong with that. We'll
I would
it
just have to
somewhere.
have, 4 or 5 people help me carry it.
It's that big, huh?
Well, all the old fencing that
Uh-huh.
was around, I finally got a flag made out of it.
Nice.
Oh, neat.
Yeah, so, and I'm not gonna use it till next year when I go take it camping, but I thought maybe I could set it out somewhere, just to. Yeah. Oh, and then another, about cleaning the weeds, we kinda
Yeah.
talked about that. I don't know where,
I'll figure something
the tree is, that where he wants to plant the tree.
Yeah.
Do you have any
I
idea?
haven't heard.
Because we want to make sure that we have that area all,
Cause I've got,
Oh,
I
that-
mean, it's not a big, it's only like a 6-inch bore. And I don't know how big this tree's gonna be, but if we're gonna have to dig, and, the ground's like concrete right now. I was gonna go get holes bored around so we can dig it out.
Who's doing the mowing? You haven't been.
I haven't been,
Who's doing the mowing? I know John's done it a few times, but
a gentleman that lived outside of town,
on that
That's nice.
little weird mower with just that guy,
Yeah, his
Yeah.
name is Ray.
what is it?
Ray. I can't think of his last name right off the hand.
With his mom, right?
Yes.
Okay, yes. Is he being compensated or the gas being provided?
yes.
We donated $200 gas card to him.
Okay.
That was 2 months ago.
of course.
Yeah.
No, it kept getting mowed and I'd be like, oh, somebody mowed it. I
It was
thought,
him and John were coming out here.
I thought it was probably,
Larry.
Larry. And then Mr. Tutler told me, he says, no, he said, this guy lives down the street. He said, he just gets bored and goes and mows it. I said, okay, well, if you see him, because I'd never seen him out here.
Yeah.
He'd do it while I was at work.
He came out here one day when I was out weeding.
And
I
like
didn't know
said,
who he
I
was.
failed miserably.
And then I seen him going past our house going outside of town, so he goes somewhere else and does it too, I don't know where, but, yeah. He only here in the.
He's only here in the summertime. He works on an oil rig in Texas,
Oh, wow.
and this is his downtime, and
Yeah.
he just likes to stay busy.
Mhm.
Seems like a nice enough man.
Yeah, John has had multiple conversations with him when they're out here doing.
That's what
their
Calvin
house.
said. He said, man, he's a really nice guy.
Yeah.
He's a little,
He mows the schoolhouse too.
does he?
Kind of younger.
Do you have any plan for getting that climber put up?
Yes.
The stop signs, is it the homeowner's responsibility if the stop sign's on their property, or is it the town?
Town.
Okay, so the one on the back street, it's hard to see, because when we cleaned up the one by the church, we went ahead and just trimmed that. I was like, we're just gonna trim this because you can't see it. The one at the end of your road that hits 350. I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like that's,
Okay, I see what you're saying. If it's trees,
yeah. it's
that would be the
trees.
homeowner in that case. I believe. I could be wrong.
But if it's impeding, and it's preventing that sign to be visible,
Mhm.
from a good distance, I would think that, I mean,
Yeah, I think we would still have to
just trim
speak.
it.
Yeah, I think we would still need to speak with the homeowner to
Yeah.
get permission to trim for the sign visibility,
Okay.
just to cover.
Right.
bases
Well,
and
I
stuff.
feel like that needs to be addressed then, because
Yeah.
I know when I've come up to that, I mean, I know that it's there, but you get
Right.
somebody else that isn't.
Right. You live here, you know it's there. Somebody that doesn't live
Yeah.
here blows it and T-bones somebody or gets
Exactly.
T-boned.
Then it's gonna be on the town.
Where are you talking about?
On Mill Street and North Street.
Right
the
there by
end of our
Sutton
street.
Road.
Okay.
Right by
Oh,
Sutton Road.
okay.
Right there.
Yeah.
I was thinking the other end.
Beside, well, it'd be on the other side of Manning's, Dale Manning. Kevin
Is it-
Sparks lives on the corner there, I believe.
Yes, because that tree, is that the one you're talking about?
Yeah, it like,
Yes.
it's like
Yeah, I
hanging
thought a couple
over.
times just chopping it off myself.
I thought about that because
Yeah.
we will go through the cemetery
Mhm.
in the Jeep with the top off, and we start with the loppers trimming up those trees, because you can't really drive through there. At least I don't like it with all that stuff hanging down,
Yeah,
but I didn't wanna go up to somebody's house and just start trimming their tree because you can't see the stop sign,
Yeah,
so.
I do that at my neighbor's house. I just trim her trees.
We'll get Kelvin to sneak over there with his electric trimmers.
Yeah.
I mean, the electric company does it, why couldn't we?
I would think that it would be a liability, I mean, for,
Yeah,
They
there's
would
gotta
have
be
to.
some kind of,
Mhm.
there, I would say we probably need to approach him and say, hey, this is what needs to be done.
would you like to do it, or,
If- yeah.
one of us?
Yeah.
Would you wanna do it, or do you want us to do it?
I know,
Technically, if we did it, we could actually bill him.
yeah. I mean, I know he's got a Great Dane, and I don't know the
Yes.
temperament of that dog, so I wouldn't want to just walk up there and start.
Right, but I mean, if that dog comes on the other side of that stop sign.
Yeah.
I think there's an easement there or something, isn't there?
There should
Some
be.
type of a stop sign.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen that dog off the porch.
I haven't either, and most Great Danes are pretty laid back,
Right.
but you never know.
That is true.
Jason, you have any new business?
We had a failed water sample. We finally, we got the letter last week from a month and a half ago. It said that we had too much, how do you pronounce that word?
I think it's a chloroform,
Yes,
coliform.
coliform, not chloroform,
Oh, I was
coliform.
like, what you guys doing in here?
Yeah. Which, with the research that I've done, normally comes out of when you have a water treatment plant. We don't have one.
Interesting.
So I've submitted this month's, and I'm waiting to get results back from it to see what it actually showed. Because I have to post that it was like that. I have to post the solution of taking care of it. I can't find how you're supposed to take care of it.
Where's the well?
Right behind, like straight out here,
Just off
just
of the
off the
basketball.
basketball court, between the basketball court and the parking lot where a couple big rocks are sitting.
Now,
Or more.
Mary did say that she would let the water run for a while.
I did,
Okay.
I let it run for about probably a minimum of 2 minutes. And then I take the torch and get it pretty hot. I mean, I'll,
Because it is well water.
yeah, a good minute to 2 minutes on letting it do that. And then I do the sample. I do it the same way every time. I don't think I done anything different that time. But at one point, we received a letter, or either a letter or an email, talking about being careful on contaminating your bottles. You remember seeing, did you get that email from them?
No, but I
On
just
how
think
to
I've seen
handle
it
them?
somewhere before.
Down
on
how,
that stuff.
how to handle. You got a seal, you break the seal, you turn it upside down, the water's running, you do this, you fill it to the line and you take it out, replace it.
Right.
Makes me wonder if they wasn't getting a bunch of bad readings. Maybe had contaminated bottles. Don't know, I'm just that guy that looks at both sides of it and go.
Right.
But yes, we did have one. Like I said, I'm waiting to get the next results back so I can try to move forward in getting it. If we have to do something, figuring out exactly what it is, I'm gonna reach out probably to Jeff Lane if it does come back, and pick his brain because he's done the water stuff for Knightstown and everybody forever. So he'll probably can tell me what, if anything, we can do
Now, do you test it, how often are you,
monthly.
monthly? So are you waiting a month to test it again since it had a bad reading?
I've already submitted another one
Yeah, they send
yeah,
bottle.
you do it every month.
The Indiana Department of Environmental Services sends us the stuff to do it.
Mhm.
And you didn't get the result until like almost a month and a half later, you
I didn't
said?
get the paperwork telling us about the results. So, yeah, and I went through all my emails and I didn't get an email from them either. So I'm just kind of waiting to see. Last time we had any kind of issues, and this was when I first started doing it, it was more of figuring out what I was doing.
Yeah.
I mean, they called me because I didn't have paperwork filled out right. So I would have think if it's anything major, they're gonna call me again. I mean, they've got my phone number. They know it's on my paperwork every month.
So that paper tells you what was in the sample or what they found?
Yeah,
Then did you look it up to see what that is or where that chemical comes from?
and like I said, it's common in water treatment plants.
And that's basically.
That's
the-
where that's why they add so much chlorine into your city water to help, and
It couldn't have anything to do with the water softener, could it?
it shouldn't.
I try to keep an eye on that salt. We barely use it.
Yeah,
And it's only about half full of salt, if that, but I don't think that should hurt anything.
shouldn't
Because we don't
it shouldn't make a difference as far as that goes.
Like, has any of these fields been
Sprayed with anything?
sprayed? Because
That was my
these
next
are
thing.
being used now and before they really hadn't been. And if you think about it, it's gonna take a while for it to slip down to this well.
Yeah, and there's nothing that they would spray that I can think that would come back as a result of that.
Right. That's what I'm saying, what it was and where would it come from?
Yeah, most of those would come back. It wouldn't come back under, and I cannot pronounce that thing right anyway, but what it showed. Normally it comes back under a different category. If it's, the way I understand it, it falls into like, you'll have your fertilizer style categories and it breaks it down to 24 different ones. And it breaks all that down. And this is more the way I'm taking it. It's more something that they find in treatment plants.
Yeah,
And I'm like, we don't have a treatment plant. And it's not a high lead content. It's nothing, or it's not a rust content.
Just so you didn't have to boil your water
Yeah,
or
it's-
anything like that.
Yeah, there's no safety issues to it.
Yeah.
There was no safety warnings to it. So, yeah, I wanted to bring it up so you guys could be aware. But
Right,
then-
because especially the people who live right there
Yeah.
too, like, cause
Yeah.
our wells are gonna be pretty
Um,
close to that, but.
And you guys can get like home test kits
Mhm.
at like Home Depots and places like that.
Mhm.
If you want to test your own just to see,
Or you can go to the, where do we used to have?
Health department.
health
Yeah, the
department.
health department, you could go up there and have it done too,
But yeah, that way,
but,
because if we find that it is something that's in multiple wells, then we need to find out why.
but you can trails.
Yeah, start chasing them backwards.
Maybe worth just seeing how the next one.
That's
goes
Yeah.
out.
where
That's
I
what I'm
kind
saying,
of,
like, you see what that comes
Yeah.
out at, and.
that's kind of where I'm at. I never jump on the first result. I always want multiples,
Right.
because everybody can make a mistake.
It has gotten a lot better since I've been taking them out there.
Yes. Yeah, because they lose them. Or UPS. would
They
lose
have a
them.
Dropbox. I put one in the
But I
Dropbox
mean,
one time. They said,
now
we
that
can
you-
get it.
That's the same
Did you
issue
go
I
on
had.
the
That's,
Dropbox?
yeah, that was why I started having Jamie
Anybody
Turpin
comes
do
up
it because
sick,
he was local.
They can
He did the
come
testing
back and
and
be like, you knew about
Take a
it.
picture of you
Done.
sticking it in the box.
We could always reach out to
Building
Jamie
rental.
too. He said we could call him if we had questions.
Yeah.
Is that something that you think you may need to post for any renters here, or, I mean, because you never know how somebody might, like, hey, you knew this one, and nothing was done, or we weren't
It's not at a
notified.
dangerous level. I mean,
No,
there's nothing
No, I mean,
to
they don't
to
even,
warn
say-
people
yeah,
about.
they don't even say you should boil the water or not use the water. It says,
Yeah.
they're just bringing me
We don't want
aware
to
of it.
create a
And
panic.
I can post a letter.
What'd you say it was
Put a
called?
sign in there
Colorful?
that says, don't drink the water.
They can see it well.
Well, I wouldn't drink this water anyway.
Say it
I mean,
again.
it's not about creating a panic or anything like that, but you gotta still make people aware.
Yeah,
I mean, that's just,
It's kind of like a
Common sense.
sample of what you can say and what you can post.
yeah,
And it says you can like post it in like we could put it on the town website, you could post it around the buildings, you could hand deliver it.
I mean, maybe just when you have a renter,
yeah.
be like,
Maybe we can post it on the board up over there.
Yeah,
I mean, just so you have
Just a
said,
notice.
it's posted, it was there, so nobody.
Yeah, we have to turn the paper back into them that says that we posted it and then we have to show like what we posted, so.
but yeah, I was trying to do my research before I went too
Yeah.
far, so I knew what
Yeah,
they wanted. And I may have to call, what's her name, and say, hey, what exactly do you want?
right, but I'm sure if it was something that was like,
Yeah,
they would have said that in the letter too, so.
Yeah.
But,
President Trump would have shouted it from the hilltop.
You guys okay with me
Okay,
buying
exit
maybe some candy and some cider? If I'm gonna do bikes and stuff down here, I'd like to have something to give out.
President Trump probably would have done something about it though.
Yeah, because they didn't want to, the police department didn't want to do a big thing like
pass.
like in the past.
Yeah. I'm not gonna
So-
try to do a whole lot either, but I just thought I'd get some candy and cider maybe. We've got some kind of fall or Halloween decorations in there we can drag out, and put up.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go buy nothing like that.
I don't know if we could get someone to donate some apples.
Good.
There's, where the blue dots is where Jared said it. You can pass it down.
The blue dot.
Yeah.
So out front,
Down front, yeah.
okay,
What's up front?
Where the
that's,
tree. It's gonna be a 2x2x2, and Jared's gonna dig it Wednesday.
oh, okay. I was gonna say, I was gonna get my, oh,
So let me get acclimated here. Okay, so right up, okay.
that
That's
helps.
why all the flags are out there,
Oh,
I would say.
So I probably need to come clean out that well or that drainage, whatever
So
Not necessarily.
the weeds or.
he must have called before he done.
It would look nice, but
Jason, did you have any other new business?
No.
All right, Todd, we'll turn it over to you.
I put all the bank statement, each one of you had the bank statement. out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Police department. Last month, we had 816 hours. We had 170 traffic stops, 1 arrest, and 22 dispatched runs. So we were quite busy last Saturday. The county was tied up on a individual running, and so we were helping them and then taking calls in the county for them, so stayed quite busy.
That's a big deal.
That's all that I had.
All right.
And then
Does anybody have new business for the town? Meeting adjourned. 7:23.
So what do I need to post on the sign?
just trick or treat times. But
Ellie, are you gonna do that, the bikes down here?
yeah, I think I will.
Yeah.
But you want to wait until after this weekend to post it, so we can have Cooley's thing up there still.
Yeah, I'll wait.
Tons off.
I should have rolled them up.
What time to get home?
Roll back up, Lynn.
Yeah.
Somebody done away with one.
Tomorrow's white.
Or the closet's what I meant.
And I'm gonna go.
And colors can always be changed in there.
Yeah.
Guy.
Like that really wasn't supposed to be that color. It looked the same on the computer and hit a shade different, so. And then the sign frames can be either that tan khaki color or
Yeah.
white.
Okay. We gotta take it right out.
Anything can be edited if we want to go with any of these versus the other three. Like I said, I just wanted to throw some more options out.
When he's down there, we can grab their bikes.
Won't hurt my feelings one way or the other.
Are you still looking like you look like?
Yeah, I'm not trying to now. But I've been sick over a week.
Sometimes I can.
I
pick stuff up.
I haven't even got on the scales. So I don't know what yeah, my clothes definitely.
She'll just quit eating, didn't she?
Never have an appetite once a day.
I do too.
I can eat.
Trojans.
Order something from a restaurant and
That's what I
3 or
thought.
4 bites in and I'm like,
There you go. Yeah. I like the wheel. Yeah.
When I was at one jar, there was like nothing.
I was gonna say, yeah,
It was like, put out the lights.
She really does want to.
This one or this
Oh,
one.
my.
but I haven't had any medicine changes in over a
Between
year,
those two.
year and a half. So, I don't
Anybody
know.
like this one?
I don't dislike it, I just like others better.
Yeah.
The more color, and like I said, it was just, I thought the water wheel was neat, but
Yeah.
The thing I didn't like about the one, it looked like a big baseball diamond, kind of like gaudy looking. But what I don't like about this is we all know what it means.
But nobody else does.
Anybody coming through town would be like, what's that?
Where-
And it's
Where
hard
is it?
to see.
If they care to inquire, they'll learn.
and it doesn't necessarily have to be, like, that's the a drawing of the grist mill that was in town. That was, it's actually on the property that Liz owns down behind Calvin, is where the grist mill was. That one is that, so we could put anything in there.
Yeah, so I had to come back here, we had a.
This is more simple. I do like the water wheel.
I do too. I like the
Took it
water
back down there
wheel.
and
Yeah.
changed that, it was right
And
there.
honestly, I hate the
It was-
color
that's
green, I
like-
realize it's green.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what we were.
I just said
It was a horrible color.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would you think would look good as far as the background color?
She was like, I don't know how to change this, but yeah, do I drill it out? I was like, no.
That one.
Okay.
She's like, do what? I don't know.
Put that color behind the
That
wheel.
background behind the wheel.
Yes.
And then the Greensboro, it would break it up some,
Were they-
so that it wouldn't be quite so.
Well,
That's
and
what I
like
was
on the
just thinking. I was
signs,
like,
Or maybe
on the
just put
doors,
this
I
and
did
this
red
together.
Or put that wheel
Put
there.
the wheel on this.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
I
guess.
like
Instead of the
that
house.
better than doing that.
The girl ladies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is easier to read.
Start out and put the wheel there.
How hard is that?
easy.
Cody, he's 31, he works there early and everything else. He's a girl rich.
But I do like the more
37
colors.
with 3 kids.
Oh.
And she is, I mean.
I've been, since we started talking about it, like,
Yeah.
I love to go drive around.
I'm sure I have,
and
like,
go
you
to
go to
the
like.
town. And you get down like
Good
southern,
It's like,
eastern part of Indiana,
Yeah.
there's some really pretty cool signs.
Yeah.
he's
And
on
the
the
best
best
ones-
and all this other stuff.
Pop like that, you know,
I
and
don't know how
it
much
really
business she's
gets your
gonna do,
attention.
but
Now granted, most of those little towns have a factory
Putting
in
that
them
beer in her hand is about.
that got some income coming in, but
Oh, she didn't.
But yeah, you really notice the ones with the different colors on them when you're driving through towns. The less colors they have, the more you're like, oh, we just went through town.
Yeah.
What's
What did that sign
special?
say?
I
Yeah.
can't remember, one's got a, I mean, it's got a
We kind of.
probably 15, 20 foot long
Yeah.
brick,
Because
just
she was
beautiful sign,
calling the.
but the sign was probably bigger than the town.
Yeah. We were like,
I'm like,
it?
I'm like,
that big sign?
they didn't have a stop sign,
Wow.
not at least on the main one, it's dragging somebody, main drag.
Near the.
I really like that.